holidays. I'm going to be giving you your New Year's reading for 2026. Come on in. Yeah, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Come on in. So, we know that 2025 was a number 9 year. Number 9s are endings, right? Very transformative kind of vibe with that death card vibe energy we were all under in some shape or form this past year. So it's like a hermit mode death card energy, right? But now we are going into a number 1 year after number 9 is the 10. And if you take the 1 plus a 0, it's actually equals 1. So this is a beginning. So not only is it the beginning of the year, it's a number 1 year. So right there, there's a double whammy. And double fire horse year is the year of 2026. So it's about, with all that fire and, if there was a tarot card that represents this year, I would say it would be Ace of Wands. That would be represented for the year for everybody, as a whole. So yeah, it's a pivotal shift year. A lot of people. So play your cards right. There's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be a lot of bold moves or risk-taking kind of energies. So again, play your cards right. Knowing this is like armor, right? As you go through things. So, all right. Now, yeah, I think that was it about that. So anywho, I called in everybody's angels and spirit team. Just know they're with me right now. Virgo, nurturing your friendships. You may have been hanging out with some friends lately or communicating with them or something. That's where we're coming from, right? Good fortune. I like it. There's a lot of fortunate things around you, Virgo, right now. This is your present. Yeah, could be money coming in as well. Okay, invite the magic of life. Okay, good fortune. Go with the flow. Let things happen. This is crowning you. This is a healing card, right? Going with it, learning to slow down and go with the flow. Okay, you might be dealing with a water sign, possibly. Okay, 2 more and we can move on. Okay. Dragonfly, living life to the fullest. Yeah, you have ancestors or a loved one that is around you right now. My hands are dirty. I was just in the dirt. But, so someone's around you, signs. The hard part is doing what you want right now, I feel. So living life to the fullest is difficult for whatever reason, right? It could be a handicapped energy. It might be like a lack of kind of energy. It'll be different for everybody. Originality, blaze your own trail. Right on, Virgo. Be yourselves. Be happy with yourselves. Comfortable in your skin. Blaze it, man. Blaze it. All right, a little more of the vibe. Whoops, okay. Victory, friendship, something like good news, maybe. Friends have some good news or something. Or had good news. Somebody's doing good. I'm not sure how it's going to resonate. You have to decipher, right, your way through this. Show me. Getting out and about right now, it may be difficult, but those that can, it's really a good idea. It's kind of saying to me, if you can do it, get outside, get in nature, maybe take a little walk. It is winter, bundle up, that's all. Before you know it, you're, moving and walking, you're hot actually under that coat. Sneaky, good fortune. Somebody's sneaky. Is that you or them? Are you hiding something, maybe? Apology. Go with the flow. This is crowning you. This is all about caring and apologies, whether that's you, them, or all of y'all. Even if it's to yourselves, because we're so hard on ourselves all the time, right? Especially Virgos, I think, are hard on yourselves. Look at all the things you thought you weren't going to get through, and you did, right? Fairy tale, dragonfly. There's a story. You have a story, boy. Getting out and about is hard. Maybe. Fairy tale, story. Story. Maybe some of you should write a book. I'm not sure how that's going to resonate yet, but we're going to definitely get into it. We have yet only begun. Show me. Hi, everybody. Popping in and out. Safe. Blaze your own trail. Safe. Yeah, we don't care what other people think. You are yourself. Be comfortable in your skin. Who gives a shit what anybody else thinks, right? And ultimately, it's all about you. I'm going to use my Slovakian tarot deck. Show me what I need to see. Knight of Coins reversed. 6 of Coins. 5 of Coins reversed. Ace of Coins. The Magician. Oops. Nope. Page of Cups reversed. And then the Magician reversed. Okay. Okay. Oops. Judgment. So, Knight of Coins here. Victory. Something that was, I just heard in my head, unstable. So, and that I don't usually see how I get out of this card, but I heard it and I'm going to say it. Some kind of unstable energy, possibly. Some friendships. There might be a victory, or you're hoping for a victory. But they're not moving. They're not, or they haven't, there's like no growth, I'm feeling, or something, right? Now, good fortune and sneaky. And then look, this 6 of Pentacles, she looks like she's helping someone out, right? I'm feeling like this person's sneaky, actually. But it's going to be different for all of you. But yeah, and breadcrumbing. I'm feeling breadcrumbs. It could be gifts given and received, but I'm feeling, like breadcrumbing, sneaky good fortune. Somebody's not showing that they have more than they have, right? They're kind of hiding it or something, and that's okay. It's somebody's business. If somebody has money, it's nobody's damn business. It's really nobody's business if they don't, but because this world is the way it is, 5 of Coins down. Yeah, this is like regret or guilt or shame or something. Apology, go with the flow. Somebody, they don't want this or something. Somebody doesn't want to apologize, maybe. I'm not sure how that's going to resonate with you, but we're going to find out. That's a combative energy with 5, right? Ace of Coins, Dragonfly. Yeah, getting out and taking the opportunities, right? It's like the story of your life sometimes. Some of you are able to get out and about, but then others of you, I don't feel like, I guess you're just going to have to discern. But this could be tangible as well, right? Good fortune, new opportunities, hope, fear, challenge, and homework column. Yeah? All right, Page of Cups, safe, originality, blaze your own trail. Yeah, you might be like reflecting, like this isn't fulfilling you somehow, this situation or person or what, and I feel like there's some sort of victory. Somebody's safe. It's not emotionally fulfilling, or they refuse to reflect or something. They're doing their own thing. Excuse me, losing my voice or something. But here, the magician reversed is not really crafting, not being the creator of your own, right? Because this card is the one who creates. So and it's also actually like a black magic kind of card, right? That's how I read that card in my readings. So, the intent and everything that they put into things there, I feel like you're hoping for a victory, and this person, a lot of the friend or foe energies are coming out lately. Let me say that. I must have had it in at least 4 of the 6 readings I've done already, or something like that. But people are judging. They're being sneaky here. There's something about it. A snake is a snake, you know? They after your money. Somebody's after your money. Maybe you're catching on. I don't know. 9 of Swords, dead center on the reading, yeah. Hi, everybody. I can't really read those comments the way this camera is set up, but yeah. Look, she's asleep. It's like a nightmare. Nail biting, right? Sucks like that. I hate that. But so, yeah, somebody's tired. And others, they could be having anxieties and, you know, trying to go with the flow right now. Somebody needs to apologize or something. Ace of Cups down. Yeah, there's no emotion there. 8 of Coins. Page of Wands reversed. Yeah, we don't see, here's a beginning, here's an opportunity, but we don't, but it's not really wish fulfillment. It's not filling your cup, you know? I feel like whoever they are not filling their own cup. I feel like I feel like they're using you for your money, or a lot of you anyway, or somebody's using something's about money. Fake as shit. Fairy tale. Working on your craft, busy bees, going to work, hopefully breaking the matrix, but breaking the matrix and surviving is the trick, you know. Anywho, this is about lessons, right? When you do something over and over, you get really good at it, right? But working on things and the lessons to be learned of the non fulfillment, there's like no caring or feeling there. Somebody's safe, however. All right. Oops, there was another one turned over. I didn't even see it. King of Coins. Yeah, somebody's got some money. Yeah, I wouldn't show this person what you have. I wouldn't trust them. Somebody's being sneaky. Page of Wands down. Yeah. This friendship, this person has like no drive. They have like no ambition, maybe. Like, I don't know who this is that we're talking about. 3 of Wands. Hold on, let me get a few more cards. Oh, that's about it right there. I have 2 extras, and I'm going to take them. So, all right. This King of Coins here is the one that has some fortune. This is the one, male or female, I don't care. Tuck it away. Nobody needs to know that, and that in your way, that's sneaky for you. But this person, I feel like, is sneaky. They're cunning. See? You're looking ahead. You're waiting for your harvest, waiting for apologies, or somebody is, or it's about an apology, or empathy. Let's just say empathy, right? It's a nightmare situation. Somebody's in regret. Regret's not good to hold on to. All regret and guilt, and those are really heavy burdens to carry. It causes illness if we don't face them. We've got to get that out, right? All right. The injustice of it all is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Things need to be balanced out. That's what this year is. Remember? Ace of Wands. But here, yeah, they need to take the opportunity. It's not wish fulfillment, but this is what it is. They're creating, they're in a fairy tale, they're in an illusion, is what I feel. And somebody needs to take the chance while they can, you know? Opportunities are not here forever. I'm not sure how that's going to resonate with you, but Two of Wands down is bad choices and decisions, or change plans, or no plans. Yeah, see, this person has no plans to work. They don't want to. Some people don't. Some people just, and then, if that's the choice that they choose, then they need to deal with the situations that that choice brings in, because every choice is good and bad so if they don't want to put into their own, then I don't know, like, that's up to them, right? They're in an illusion. All that glitters isn't gold. I feel like this friendship is, you're trying to nurture it and you're not really getting a whole lot back. And if you are, it's breadcrumbs or something. Knight of Swords. Originality. Blaze their own trail. Nobody can attack this person standing in their own skin. Right? Being comfortable with themselves. We can't abuse or attack. Maybe people are afraid to go forth, or they just don't care. Right? Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Yeah, things are coming to a stop, all right. A halt, a dead halt. And here it says victory. Technically, the Chariot is a victory card, but it's reversed. There's a victory in this. But I think that the journey is how it's going to play out, or something like that. I don't know. We're going to get deeper. I'm going to use my Antiqued Anatomy Tarot, the Lovers. Yeah, the bad intent, you care about this person, right? You care about this person. There is a victory there somehow, this friendship, somehow. Hierophant. Hierophant is the high priest, right? This could be a speaker in a church or community. It could be somebody that stands with Source, connected with Source. Could be through the family, or have something to do with family. Breadcrumbing, sneaky good fortune. Somebody's trying to get in on your goodness. Or something. Or you're trying to get in on theirs. You can flip it and flop it. Yep. Going with the flow, do the best you can, man, with these things that are, that this is about, and like I said, no regrets, no, guilt and shame. They're all heavy burdens, and choosing to deal with this is ultimately up to you. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Mad Hatter's Tea Party right here, going round and round till we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, taking the opportunity. I do see a gathering. We are in the holidays, so that's nice, right? But somebody's living in Fantasy Island, you know. They need to grasp this opportunity. The Hope, Fear, Challenge, and Homework is taking the opportunity. There could be 3 people involved here, or something. I get that with 3s. Ultimately, that's what they stand for, so... Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, the Magician down with the 4 of Pentacles down. they're like completely out of power. They're very weak individuals, I'm sorry to say. They're not really in control of, I don't know, their life or something, right? Page of Cups with Knight of Pentacles. Page of Cups reversed. Excuse me, I'm hiccupy. Yeah. Excuse me. Sending messages. Empty, like no feeling, no reflection, but sending messages. That's what I'm getting. Literally. I am a realist in my readings, obviously. Yeah. This is fucked up. Safe. Originality. Blaze your own trail. Somebody's doing their own thing here. They're taking the opportunity and they don't care what other people think or something. You know? King of Coins down. Judgment. This King of Coins down, this King of Pentacles down is very arrogant, very stubborn. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, look. One's up, one's down. Yeah, this King of Pentacles down, this Hierophant right over it. They're under judgment. They're trying to be sneaky about something. They're trying to breadcrumb. You're not sure what to do, but like I said, do the best you can. No regrets, no, you know. Yeah, it's just validating what I was saying there. Show me. Yeah, Knight of Elixirs. Look how even that is. I'll leave it that way. Dead center in the reading. Knight of Elixirs. Let's see if I can move this down. Oops. So you can see it better. Alright, so yeah, this is about apologies. It's a nightmare, but somebody's not sure if they want to or not because they're not sure if they give a shit or not. It's sad when people don't care. It really is. The Hermit down, yeah. Ace of Cups down, very unhealed again. Yeah. Sorry, there's shoveling and snow blowing, and we had a snow day today. Yeah, this group, whatever, it's very unhealed. They need to excuse me, do their self-reflection and healing is what it is. I feel like they're staying in the fairy tale, avoiding it, you know? So in the meantime, it's saying for you to live your life and go with the flow. You know, it's ultimately their decision. Or what? You can't make people do something. It's just, you know, it'll drain you. No rest for the fucking wicked. They're still working on their stupid craft. Some of these people, man, I'm telling you, are not going to change. They're hard lessons to learn, if anything. You know? Very unhealed. Somebody's safe, however. Thank God. 6 Pentacles down, 6 Pentacles up. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. They don't care. It was all bad intent. This friendship, this, you know, you're not really for it, or they aren't. Somebody's not, it's like they have no life or vitality, or I'm not sure how that's going to be for you, but you care, you know? It's about letting go, moving on, and healing. Show me. I feel like this reading is draining me. Yeah, this King of Coins is not so innocent after all. Somebody's very sneaky. They are hiding money. Absolutely. Very stubborn, greedy, arrogant. I even heard bitter, and that's usually a sword characteristic. You know, they're under judgment. Show me. Oops. 10 of Rods down, 3 of Wands, yeah. You're looking ahead, dealing with the storms. I feel like trying to let go of it, but we have to deal with it to let go of it. Somebody's at a crossroads decision. You know, they're trying to look ahead. Justice, upright, ding, 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 ding. Look, justice reversed is being clarified and validated by justice up. I love it. Living life to the fullest. See? It's going to be made fair. And what's fair is fair. However that works for you. I like it. That can't get any more clear than that is, you know? And then 9, yeah, wish fulfillment. Check that out. I love it. Wish fulfillment after all that. A lot of readings are coming out like that, like a surprise ending for people for New Year's. A lot of the readings I've done already. It's about wish fulfillment, right? Healing, taking the opportunity, taking the message and digging it, you know? Somebody really doesn't want to deal with the drama and the saga. It keeps going round and round we go. It's not fulfilling anymore. It's time to boss up, take control, and change. And, you know, this year is the year, I'm saying, for a lot of people, it could be pivotal, you know? All right, I'm going to use my grandma's deck. I'm sorry, I'm very congested all of a sudden. Money, yeah, good fortune, sneaky, hierophant, judgment, yep. It's about money. King of Coins has some coin, right? Fidelity, you know who to trust and who not to. I do feel like you are a loyal soul, you know? Being faithful, loyal, dependable, truthful. Truthful is mandatory in this reading, I feel like. Even if it's the truth to yourselves, right? Show me a few more, Grandma. Where are we going for Virgos? Jealousy. Yep. People are very, very jealous in this world. Very envious, very jealous, insecure. And this is why it's saying, blaze your own trail. Be happy in your own skin. Who gives a shit what Joe Schmo says? You know. A couple more here. Thief. Yeah. Trying to steal your money. Steal somebody. Somebody's sneaky. See? That's sneaky. Thieving. Somebody's trying to take your money, or somebody's trying to take somebody's money. Well, that's what it's about. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. They're delusionally delusioned, or whatever the hell. Whoever this person is that I'm talking about here. Misfortune, very unfortunate situation. It is the Tower. Shocking. Could be revelations coming through. You know, it's a big deal. This tower's coming down. Whatever was built must come down, which means that the higher power or what saw something that we didn't see. And the divine made something happen so people could see it because they didn't like what was going on. So the tower is here because of that. These are ancestors up here in the clouds. They didn't like what they saw. Enough was enough, I just heard. Wow. Okay. Hidden Realms. I like this deck. I hope you like this deck as much as I do. It's been really resonating with the readings. I've had it for some time, but I don't use it all the time. Hold on, I just dropped it. The Wise Woman of Wonderland. Integrity and Compromise, number 21. Yeah, that would be the World card. The World card is 21. You know, it's about endings and finalities and finalizations and chapters closed and what. Here, it's about integrity and compromise, however. We're going to see. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies should you need to. And genders, right? All right, check it out. The wise woman of Wonderland brings integrity to thought, word, and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. She appears as your ally. She signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you expected. Nice. You'll be thankful that you remained faithful and loyal to your path. She reminds that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself first and foremost. Although it may appear that you could lose something as a result, you can never lose what's truly yours. I like that. Mhm. Going to give you an eternal crystal deck. You might want to go, oh, look, another 2 10s, number 20. Got a lot of 10s, a lot of, definitely death card vibes. Technically, we still under the death card, we still are under the death card energy. So, number 20, Iolite. This is a beautiful purpley indigo. It's about family and the third eye chakra. And you might want to go down to your nearest metaphysical shop or crystal shop or head shop and pick up a piece and carry this on your person. Family is the most important thing in life. This doesn't necessarily relate to your blood or biological family. It could be your adopted family, your friends, your pets, or your partner's family. Whose ever family this is, or your family is, you need to take some time out today to reconnect with them. You may like to call, email, send a text message, or even visit them in person. Iolite brings the message that you are not alone. Try not to isolate yourself. Reconnect with the important people in your life. Express your true self and let your family members see who you really are. Don't be afraid to let yourself be seen. You're great just the way you are. Okay, that's how it's written here. If you need to heal some issues with your family, please know that your spirit guides are with you at this time, helping you through the process. Also, know that you are only responsible for your own actions. You can't take on board anybody else's mistakes or guilt. Try not to let other people's opinions or actions affect you. Look at the situation from a different viewpoint so you can take positive control back in your life and move forwards. I like it. All right, Grandma, what do you got for us? This is her deck. All right, a few came out. Oh, I already pulled. All right, well, I got a couple more here. I pulled the wrong deck, but I got hope and some money again. That's funny, I pulled the same deck, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. All right. Hope. There is hope. There's always hope. Stick with it. That's like the star card. Faith, hope, inspiration. Stick with it. Yeah. There's a mighty enemy around you, Virgo. This is about a mighty enemy anyway. If it's not, whatever. Number 32, it's about an enemy. Someone isn't who you think they are. Oop. Joker. Yep, and the Tower again. There is innocence here after all. Definitely. It's about taking that leap of faith, right? We were talking about that with the beginning of the year with the double fire horse year, the boldness, the adventure, the fire of the year coming, taking a risk. Yeah. Taking a risk. It could be life changing. It could be life changing. We're dealing with the Tower, absolutely. But here I'm feeling like it's saying, it could change things in a big way, making that apology or reaching out, that phone call or text, Personally, I'll tell you what, I have Virgo in my chart. So in a certain sense, I can see how this resonates with me. I just can't read for me when I'm doing your readings, right? But now that I look at it, yeah, I haven't heard from my family in years. Absolutely nothing. Crickets. nothing. Like I don't even exist. Like, what is that? It's like, I don't know. So I guess it's going to play out differently for everybody and where you are in this story, right? But anywho, yeah, we're going to move on. I'm going to give you a rune here. We'll close this out. Trust the journey. There you go. Trust it. Your siblings, yeah. Yeah. I believe this is a lot about siblings and family. Anyway, trust the journey. You once wished to be where you're standing in life right now. Look back and reflect the journey you've traveled, how far your heart has carried you through. Yeah, you wished for your situation right now. So, your manifestations will bring you further, but it's basically telling you, look how far you've traveled, you know? Follow your heart of hearts. Absolutely, that's what it's all about. Uh-huh. Yeah. There could be a lot of change afoot this year. Faux show, you know? Be cool, man. Be kind. Be patient. Please just be a good human. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone goes in this new year with a bang. I kind of feel like we're going to be really watching, the stage of the world this year in a big way, change, transform, and there's going to be a whole lot of a lot. So buckle up, peeps. That's what I got to say about that. Yeah, I'll be back in about a week or so with your next readings, and thanks for watching. Ciao.